Let's go ahead and try to move the camera a bit. I think that'll work. Let's turn maybe a little bit this way. Do a little bit of this. Okay, I'm gonna close my door. Okay. Ugh. Well, I hope everyone's doing well, and yeah, we'll get started in a couple minutes here. Woo! And let me see. Yeah, this will be fine. If I can maybe angle it down a bit more, that would be good. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Hope everyone's doing well. I've been like wearing my glasses all day, and I don't usually wear them that much, but like my nose is like so red from where I've been wearing them all day. Ugh. My goodness. It's funny. You guys want to see something funny? If I take my glasses, so I have like the worst vision out of anyone I've ever met. I've never actually met somebody that has worse vision than me, including like my grandparents. Nobody's worse than I am. So my lenses are like so thick that if I pull them away from my eyes, isn't that weird? Makes my eyes all tiny. Big eyes, tiny eyes, big eyes, tiny eyes. Yeah. That's about where I'm at this evening. All right, couple more minutes and then we'll get started. I always try to get up to go somewhere, but when I'm in my room, I don't really have anywhere else to go. Oh no! You guys fell, sorry. Let's try that again. That was my fault. I definitely hit the thing. All right, we'll be getting started in another minute. All right. Well, I'm excited to do a little stretching today. I'm planning on going like on a really long run tomorrow, so this will be good for me. Make sure I'm nice and ready. Let's see if I get up early enough to do it though. Don't know about that one. Okay. I'm actually gonna turn the music down just a smidge. Okay. All right, everyone, welcome to class. If you just fast forwarded or just joined in. Hope you're all doing super well, staying safe, staying healthy, staying occupied, having good times, making good memories, whatever you need to do to get through this kind of awkward time. So yeah, hope everything's all right. I am doing well. I'm just kind of nervous for school to start, but I'm doing well other than that. I'm excited for school, but just nervous. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with our breathing as usual. So laying onto our backs. in any position that you find comfortable. So maybe you keep the feet planted, maybe you come to a reclined butterfly, or stretch all the way out. Whatever feels best for you, go ahead and get comfortable. Checking in with your midline, making sure that we're trying to stay symmetrical and square through the body. So making sure our right shoulder's not too far up and our left knee is up, but just staying even and relaxed. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Taking 3 nice even breaths. We'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. We begin breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's just take one more. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we'll stay here for a body scan. Slowly moving from head to toe, trying to pinpoint any spots of tension, any areas of discomfort. And just think of melting into the floor with every exhale. Couple more breaths here. And we'll take 3 more breaths together. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And making your way to a comfortable seat, rolling up through the spine, putting your glasses back on if you took them off. And we'll go ahead, move into a tabletop position, making sure that our shoulders are over our wrists, our hips are over our knees. And we're just going to gently move through some cat-cows here on your own timing, trying to coordinate your movement with your breath. Maybe moving into some lateral C curves here. The head and tail reaching for each other. Trying to stretch out the ribs, the lateral side of the body. And moving into some chest circles here. Going both directions. And moving into the hips for a few hip circles. I don't know if you guys can like hear my hips snap every time I do that. It's kind of loud though. And I'm going to turn towards you guys for this part. All right. So staying in our tabletop position, we're just going to go ahead and give our shoulders and our back a nice little stretch. So we're going to reach our right arm up towards the ceiling and thread it underneath our chest. Trying to rotate our chest towards the ceiling. Trying to reach our arm as far away as possible. And taking a deep breath in, coming out of it, and releasing. Other side, deep breath in, and exhale, thread the needle. And inhale, reaching up. And exhale, replace. We're gonna go again. Inhale, that right arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread it under. For this part now, we're gonna take a bind, yeah? So this supporting arm, which really shouldn't be carrying that much weight at all. We're gonna take it up off the floor and we're gonna wrap it behind our back and grab onto our opposite thigh. This is gonna allow us to stretch that chest even further outward up towards the ceiling. And we'll gently inhale the arm back up. And exhale, replace. And other side, inhale. Exhale, thread it under. We'll take our right arm, tuck it behind our back, and grab for the opposite thigh, reaching for the ceiling. Couple more breaths here. Gently releasing the bind, taking an inhale up towards the ceiling, and exhale, plant the hands. I'm going to turn back this way for you guys. And just gently, we're going to tuck our toes and push ourselves back into a downward facing dog, treading through the feet a bit here. Taking a moment for yourself. I'm just going to roll my pant legs up a little bit. Keep treading through the feet. This might help you see better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Treading through the feet here. And sending the hips up, heels down towards the ground. We'll take a few breaths here. And we're gonna gently send that down stage leg up towards the ceiling. Taking a few ankle circles here, even though you can't see them on my leg, but I'm doing some ankle circles. Or maybe you can see the shadow. Yeah, you can see the shadow. And going the opposite direction. And we're just gonna gently bend that leg, let it flop a little bit. And sending that leg back up, we're gonna bring it through into a low lunge here. So taking a second, getting comfortable in our low lunge. And we're gonna gently reach that chest up for a cow lunge, push it back for a cat, and forward cow, and back to cat. Forward to cow, back to cat. One more time, forward to cow, and back to cat. Staying in our lunge here. And we'll gently bend the back leg, scoot it up into a pyramid pose. Taking a second here to get nice and square in the hips. Trying to figure out like what the best angle is on my camera right now. I think that's all right. And like I said, making sure we're staying square, toes are pointing in the same direction. Our front hip is pulled back in alignment with our back hip. Releasing over the leg as much as possible. And we'll gently bring some movement into this pose. We're going to plie the back leg, flex the front, and moving forward through the center, pointing the and flexing the front, sending the hips back, coming center, pointing the toe. Again, plie. And center, pointing the back toes. One more time, we plie back, coming center, pointing the toes, and just gently bring that back foot in under your hip for a forward fold. Yeah, here you actually, instead of doing a forward fold, do have the option of doing a ragdoll, whatever your body's feeling tonight. I could definitely use the extra stretch, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for a forward fold. But either just a regular forward fold or a ragdoll. Couple more breaths here. And we'll gently bend the knees and send our left foot back into a low lunge. And reaching the chest up, hips back. Couple more times like this, and back, and forward, and back. And returning to low lunge. Good. We're gonna gently release the right arm, twist it up, reaching for the ceiling in a nice, easy, twisted lunge. Dynamic stretching here, staying engaged while also lengthening as much as possible. And we'll gently release that, bending the back knee, bringing it up into a pyramid pose. Staying here for a moment, squaring off the hips. And we'll gently lift halfway with the chest. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did in our lunge. We're gonna lift that right arm up towards the ceiling, making sure that we're keeping our hips back and aligned. Should be getting a nice stretch through the hamstring and or the IT band. More breaths here. Reaching, 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 spiraling that chest. And we'll release the arm, bending the back knee, and bringing it up behind our front leg for a crossed forward fold. Couple more breaths here. And we'll gently send the left foot back into our low lunge. We're gonna drop our back knee, untuck our toes, and gently make our way into a pigeon stretch. Keeping the chest nice and tall, taking a deep inhale, and exhale, releasing over the front leg as much as you can. Checking in with your breath, making sure it's continuously even, steady. And gently rolling up through the spine, coming onto the hands, tucking those back toes, and making your way back up to a downward facing dog, treading through the feet. Ooh, nice little knee pop there. Good. Gently sending the heels down, hips up, taking a few rounds of breath here. We'll gently send the upstage leg towards the ceiling, nice and long here. Taking a few ankle circles. Can you still see the shadow? Kind of. Yeah, that's my foot. Going both directions. And letting the leg flop over. Continuing with the ankle circles. Can you see my foot yet? I think you can. Yeah, you can. And sending it up towards the ceiling. We'll bring it through into a low lunge. Taking a second here to get centered. And we'll move through some gentle cat-cow lunges. Coming back to a regular lunge. Feeling a stretch through the front of the hip. We'll gently bend the back knee and bring it up into a pyramid pose, squaring off the hips first. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, releasing over. Trying to find as much length in the back of the legs as we can without pushing into a hyperextended position. Couple more breaths here. And we'll gently bring some movement into this pose. So we're gonna go ahead, plie the back leg, flex the front, and moving back through center, pointing the back toes, and we plie back, flex the front, moving forward, pointing the back toes. 2 more times. I can't remember if that was the last one or not, so we're just going to go ahead and go for one more. And we'll just bring that back leg in underneath our hips for a forward fold. Now, maybe try to amp up your forward fold a bit, potentially by bringing our peace fingers under our big toes and lifting up or drawing down. We could also step onto the palms. Maybe you want to take a wide-legged forward fold, whatever you're feeling. Just pick something and stick to it. Couple more breaths. And releasing the hands, sending that right leg back, and we'll be back into our lunge here. Taking a few cat-cow lunges. Good. And returning to our lunge. Squaring off. And we'll gently peel the left arm up towards the ceiling and reach up for an easy twist. And gently releasing the arm, bending the back leg, and bringing it up into a pyramid pose. Staying here for a few moments, squaring off the hips. And we'll gently take an inhale and peel that left arm up towards the ceiling, making sure our hips stay square. Couple more breaths here. And gently releasing the arm, we're gonna bend the back leg and tuck it, whoops, tuck it behind our front for a crossed forward fold. Checking in with your breath. Is it even, steady? Are you holding on to any tension? And we'll take an inhale. Exhale, shoot the leg back into our lunge, squaring off. And then we'll drop our back knee, untuck our toes, moving our front leg over into a pigeon stretch. Taking a big inhale. And exhale, folding over. Couple more breaths here. Really pressing the pelvis towards the floor. Trying to release the front of the hips for a deeper fold. And rolling up through the spine. And instead of coming to a down dog, just bring the legs back together and we'll windshield wiper side to side. Ah. All right, next thing we're gonna do, straightening our legs out nice and long in front of us, maybe taking a few ankle circles, maybe bouncing the legs off the floor a bit, just to release. All right, we're gonna sit nice and high on our sits bones and release forward over the toes or over the legs, holding onto the toes. Gently inhale the chest up. And exhale, still holding the toes, releasing over. Next, we're going to gently take the right foot into the left hand. We'll roll it up for an IT band stretch. Sitting nice and tall on the sits bones, reaching the crown of the head to the ceiling. For an added twist, we can open that right arm nice and long and reach. And releasing over. Other side. And releasing over, grabbing again for the first side. And we won't hold this side for as long. We're actually going to fold this top leg over, tuck in our bottom leg, and rotate around the spine for a twist. And gently untwist the spine, let the leg fall over, and you're going to release over both legs. Straightening the legs, reaching again for the left leg, spiraling open. And crossing that top leg over, spiraling around. My back just popped in like 4 different places doing that. Uncrossing or untwisting, folding over the legs. And rolling up through the spine. All right, we'll finish out class today with our 3 breaths. And closing our eyes, we begin. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Awesome job tonight, everyone. As always, thanks so much for coming and taking class with me. If you want to see any more of me, I teach this class every Tuesday and Thursday night, as well as a Jazz Basics class every Wednesday at 2 p.m. So I hope everyone's doing super duper well, and that you're all staying safe and healthy and happy, and just doing your best to live your life to the fullest. So thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you guys again. Bye.